So, with all this going on with OGL 1.1, I really had to stop and think about what's going on, and more importantly, how could you really affect it? And then it came to me. I need to follow and do what Martin Luther King Jr. did with the civil rights movement. I mean, it worked for Gandhi and it worked for him. Why couldn't it work for this OGL movement? So, what does that mean? Well, one of the most infamous things that happened in the early part of the civil rights movement where blacks were using the bus to transfer themselves back and forth through town. They were the people providing these bus companies with money because they were traveling that way. So the blacks in Birmingham, Alabama decided to boycott the buses and not use them. And like most companies, they thought, oh, that's silly. They'll eventually use them. And this went on for well over a year that blacks didn't use the bus. Because, of course, this is the basic rule of blacks had to be in the back, whites were in the front, total discrimination, but some people didn't care. And they did the smartest thing you can do in a situation like this. They hit them in the pocket, aka the wallet, because these were all decisions made because of money. But if you want to affect someone the best way possible and kind of, for a lack of a better term, get them to do what you want, you got to hit them where it hurts. And for these businesses, it's the money. So I thought about it. And because this got even crazier. So today I saw the stock market results for Hasbro. And if you checked it out today, Hasbro was down 1.79%. So they're currently selling at $63.70. Now, most of you are saying, oh, well, that 1% isn't a bad deal. It's no big deal. And it kind of isn't. But here's the thing that I really found interesting. It hadn't been doing as bad as it was today over the last couple of days. If you look at January 1st, it was at $61.58. Friday, January 6th, it was at $65.18 at noon. And today, $63.70. And this got me thinking, if you really, really wanted to affect what's going on, how could you really affect this? And in the last, since mid-December, it's been actually moving up. Mid-December was at 57, now it's at 63. So it's moving up in a positive way. But if you could really affect them and affect their stocks, that's where people would notice something. And most people are like, Lewis, what are you talking about? I can't affect their stocks. And I'm like, yeah, you can. Because what you can do is like the folks did in Alabama, stop using their product. Now, some of you are like, wait a minute. Yeah, I say it might be a good idea to just stop using their product. Now, a lot of you are like, wait, I don't understand. I bought the product. I can't. That's right. Stuff you've already bought, can't do anything about that. Can't do anything. Can't stop it. Can't even do anything to it. But what you can do is decide, since next Monday is MLK Day, how about you decide that you're not going to buy any more or anything from Hasbro or WOTC? And that means you're not going to go to the local store, pick up whatever D&D book that comes out. You're not going to do that. It means you're not going to buy anything from the DMs Guild. Nothing. Absolutely nothing. And you're going to continue on this until, WotC and Hasbro decide to change their mind on this whole OGL. Because as history has already taught us, these people don't listen until their money's affected. And I'm willing to bet you, if we all agree and just say, you know what, we're no longer going to buy anything from WotC starting, MLK Day, what can they really say about that? If you tell people, look, man, just stop buying from starting January 16th, 2023, we're not going to buy anything. We're not going to support them. We're not going to do that. And let me get this right. When I say don't buy anything from DM's Guild, I'm not saying don't buy anything from drive-through. Oh no. Oh no. There's tons of products on drive-through to buy that are non-Hasbro, non-WOTC related. You can still purchase them. Drive-through gets a percentage and stuff like that, but you're not going to go to DM's Guild and give that extra percentage, which is anywhere between maybe I guess 20 to 25, 30% to Hasbro. And now, by saying this, I'm also telling people who sell in there, hey, we we're not going to buy your product, so some of you will lose sales. And I know you're like, that sucks, Lewis. This is a horrible idea. But here's the thing that really sucks. There might come to a situation where they box you out and they tell you, all the stuff that's in OGL 1.1 gets, implemented. And you could be out of business much sooner than that. Now, if you're on DM's Guild, I hope, cross my fingers, I hope you've taken some time out to put some products up at drive-through separately. Maybe 5e stuff that doesn't have to go through the guild. Maybe older stuff. Maybe new unique stuff. Campaign world, because I know I've talked about you generating your own IP and getting away from selling other people's stuff. Sell your own IP there. And this might be a perfect opportunity for that. Because let's be honest, if WotC was acting even somewhat decent, most people wouldn't feel this way. But WotC really has just crapped the bed, and that's not the word I'm going to be using. I mean, holy cow. I mean, this is just a mess. And it's a mess of their own making. And I don't understand what they think the good idea that will be for this. What kind of fans are you building from this? What are you doing? So that's why I say, let's try something radically different. Because sending them boycott letters, I don't think is going to work. I think major corporations don't understand problems that you hit them in the pocket. Now, people are saying, well, Lewis, this isn't that big of a deal. Yeah, it will be. Because, let's be honest, you're their fan base. If they don't sell product, it's going to show up quickly in the stock. Oh, sales are off. Well, if sales are off by 15, 20, 30, 50%, that's going to have an effect. And that same effect is going to affect their stock. And it affects their stock, that affects someone's bottom line. And you know they're not standing for that. And you can hold them hostage for it. And let me just also put, this has worked. This has worked with Gandhi with the British. This has worked with the civil rights movement in the United States. So there's a long history of this actually being the correct thing to do. The only thing is you got to make a decision if that's what you want to do. I know I'm going to. I'm not going to buy anything WotC related because I don't think if I'm going to talk about this, I got to be active about it. Just not going to do that. I'm not going to support it. Not going to support. I'm going to find every third party guy, see what I can do to support them and get the message out. Because I think in the long run, this is the only way they're going to listen. And best of all, we have all the power in this because we're the customers and we spend the money. If we don't spend the money with them, we spend it somewhere else, they'll discover really quick how serious we are. And for all the people out there who are like, but Lewis, I like D&D. That's great. You can like D&D, but you also can dislike what they're doing. Because what they're doing is fundamentally wrong. They're changing something because they don't like how people have made money off of their idea. And let's be honest, they gave it away for free. And now they're swinging the pendulum in the exact opposite way and being really aggressive, saying, nope, sorry, we're taking it back. We're taking everything back. And if you make anything, we're going to take that too. And I mean, does that even seem fair? So I'm asking everybody who hears this and hears me speaking, do yourself a favor and boycott WotC with your money. Not just with your digital signature. Boycott them with your money. Don't buy their products. Anywhere they sell, don't buy it. Just don't buy it. And tell them, hey, I'm not buying your products because I think what you're doing is fundamentally wrong. And we shouldn't have a problem saying that anywhere. Because last time I checked, well, I live in America. And I know we have a long history of going against authoritative figures and doing something that we think is the right thing. And if I'm wrong, I'm wrong. But I'm willing to guess there's a lot of people who believe like I believe and think that's the least thing they can do to help these third party guys survive. Now, for all the people on DM's Guild, I'm gonna say it again. It will be a painful time for you. But if this works out, it's going to be the best thing that ever happened to you. But while it's happening, it's not going to feel good. So what I would tell you to do is now's the time to do all that IP that you want to do. Put it on drive through. Make new fans. Get out there. Reach new people. Try different things. Build your IP. Build yourself creative. Start now. Because if you don't, and you wait till WOTC does something, you might be more than just damaged. So this is a great opportunity where you can do your own thing. Think about what you can do. If you're confused and you're not sure what to do, go watch my videos. I give tons of ideas what you can do, how to create things out of products that are readily available. You can do this. You can do this. You just got to make a decision. That's all I'm going to say. Thank you so much for listening. I really appreciate it. Do us a huge favor. If you like what we talked about, click the button below with the thumbs up. If you didn't like what I talked about, click the thumbs down. We're good either way. Thank you so much, and I'll talk to you all later.